Okay, today we're going to learn about long division. The first thing we need to do is master our terms. The 6 is our divisor. It's the small number that's going into the bigger number. The number underneath the brackets, the one being divided into, is called our dividend. In division, the answer is called a quotient. It's stored on top. And if there's anything left over after we're done dividing, it's called the remainder. It is usually noted on top with a capital R. The answer is 124 remainder 2. Okay, in long division we're going to look at 3 different ways to solve them. One using multiples, traditional, and shortcut. You'll notice that I have the same question written 3 times. You'll need to pick which system works best for you. First, multiples. I look at the first 2 digits and I'm thinking of my 9 times tables. 72, 81, 90. I want to pick the multiple that's going to get us as close as possible. So I'm choosing 81. And right away I'm going to add a 0 and make it a multiple of 10. 9 goes into 81 9 times. Therefore 9 goes into 810 90 times. Write that at the side. We'll add those up later. Next I subtract 3, subtract the 10s, and I have 73. The highest multiple to go into 73 is 72. So I choose the largest multiple of 9, which is 72. 9 goes into 72 8 times, subtract it out, and I have a remainder of 1. I add these, 98, and I store them on top. 98. When I have larger going into smaller, I usually put an X there. So big into small, let's put an X there right away, so it helps with our alignment. This is traditional. Traditional is divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. And you're thinking in terms of counterclockwise circles. 9 goes into 88 9 times. 9 times 9 is 81. And we subtract it out. Bring down the 3. And we repeat the cycle. So divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. 9's into 73 goes 8 times. 8 times 9 is 72. You can almost see the counterclockwise circles. Subtract. And there's nothing more to bring down, and we're done. The answer is 98 remainder 1. Shortcut. 9's into 88 goes 9 times. The difference between 81 and 88 is 7, so we put a little small 7 there. 9's into 73 goes 8 times. The difference between 72 and 73 is 1, and that's our remainder. Remainder 1. 5 into 371 using multiples. I look at the first 2 digits, and I'm picking 35. Now I'll make it 350. 5 goes into 35 7 times. I remember the 0. 5 into 350, 70 times. I subtract it out. 5 into 21, the biggest multiple I can pick for 5 is 20. 5 goes into 24 times, so we write there on the side. I subtract it out. Remainder 1. Store my answer up here. 70 plus 4 is 74. Traditional. Divide. 3's into 37, 7 times. Multiply. 7 times 5, 35. Subtract. 7 take away 5 is 2. Bring down the 1. Repeat the cycle. 5's into 21, 4 times. Multiply. 4 times 5, 20. Subtract. And we're done. Shortcut. 5's into 37. That goes 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. The difference between 35 and 37 is 2. 5's into 21. 4 times. The difference between 20 and 21 is a remainder of 1. Looking at the first 2 digits, highest multiple of 7 is 21. I will write 210. 7 into 21 goes 3 times. Therefore, we'll make it 30 since it's a multiple of 10. Subtract. 5 take away 1 is 4. Highest multiple of 7 into 45 is 6. So we'll make that 42. 7 into 42 goes 6 times. Subtract that out. And we have a remainder of 3. Add these up and we have 36. Remainder 3. Traditional. Divide. 7's into 25 3 times. Multiply. 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract. 5 minus 1 is 4. Bring down the 5. You don't need the arrow after a while. Divide, not 7s into 5, but 7s into 45, and that goes 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. Subtract, and we have a remainder of 3. Shortcut, 7s into 25 goes 3 times. That's 21. The difference between 21 and 25 is 4. 7s into 45, 6 times. The difference between 42 and 45 is a remainder of 3. Okay, multiples. I know that 3 is a multiple of 9, so I'm going to go with a big multiple. I'm choosing 900. 3 goes into 9 3 times, and I add 2 more zeros. 3 300ths is 900. I subtract. Again, I'm going to choose a multiple of 10. I will put 30, because 30 is a multiple of 3, and I will take 30 from 54. That goes 10 times, and I'm left with 24. 3 into 24 goes 8 times. Subtract that out, and you see I have no remainder. The answer is 318. 3 in the hundreds, 1 in the tens, 8 in the ones. Traditional, 3 into 9, divide. 3 times 3 is 9. Subtract, bring down the 5. 3's into 5 goes once. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract again, bring down the 4. 3's into 24 goes 8 times. Multiply 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract it out, there are no remainders. Shortcut, 3 into 9, 3 times. 3 goes into 5 once. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2. 3 into 24, 8 times with no remainder.